Amazing things to do and see in Battambang. The largest rice bowl of Cambodia, Battambang truly emerges picturesque countryside, while the colonial town remains French architecture, old yellow buildings, and some of Angkorian temples are still in good condition, including Banan and Ek Phnom temples. However, visiting Battambang, tourists never leave Battambang without experiencing the unique bamboo train. Featured by the significant Sangka River, the walkable riverside gives short highlights of evening activities and street food you may love to try. Among other reputable destinations in Cambodia, Battambang uniquely provides wonderful experience from the authentic local attractions, cultural insiders, and historical places in the region. Best things you expect to explore. 1. The bamboo train or nori. The famous thing about Battambang is the bamboo train, or in Khmer, nori, which provides unique experience to catch the glimpses of beautiful rural countryside and have some fun while the creative bamboo platform attached motor engine runs over the railway which was constructed during French colonial time, and the railway is linked to Phnom Penh and Poi Phet border Thailand. If your bamboo train confronts another coming towards you, the one with bigger load will have the right to go first, while another has to get off the railway and piece the bamboo platform, and reinstalls then continues its way. There are 2 bamboo train stations in Battambang. The original bamboo train is just located 5 kilometers from the central town, and it's popularly occupied by overseas tourists, while the new bamboo train situates near Banan Temple with approx 22 kilometers, 38-minute drive, and it attractively meets local desire. 2. Phnom Sampov and Bat Caves. Phnom Sampov literally means mountain ship, set among countryside, surrounded by several mountains, and it takes approx 20-minute drive, 12 kilometers, from west-south of Battambang city. Phnom Sampov is one of the major tourist attractions in the region, which houses some caves including the tragic Killing Caves, with hundreds of victims lost their lives during Khmer Rouge regime. PKSALA Cave is known as the Hermitage for Nuns, that clusters several caves admired by the serenity and nature, which provide a nice walking tour throughout the caves. Atop Buddhist pagoda on the summit, travelers can enjoy the spectacular panoramic view and breathtaking, or watching beautiful sunset. This religious site houses Buddha image and holds special festivals which gather local people and international tourists to pray for good fortune and happiness. Then they take photos together with families and friends before leaving. 4. Perhok Market Battambang, Fermented Fish Market. Established in 1990, Perhok Market is mainly specialized in purchasing and supplying the fish pastes from and to other provinces and cities in Cambodia. Perhok is used by most Cambodians in families cooking and Khmer culinary, and it is added to enhance the flavor in most popular Cambodian dishes, which are served in many local restaurants. The short walking tour extremely provides great experience to see how daily life of people work, exchange trades, process the fermentation and making fish pastes. Despite this infamous fish market may not be a good place to visit because of its strong smell, but it may become part of your unique experience in Asia. Perhok Market is located near Sangka River and with approx 8.5 kilometers north of Battambang downtown. 5. Lokta Dambang Kranyong. Lokta Dambang Kranyong is the most significant landmark of Battambang, and it's a sacred place to make wishes on special festival days. Both Battambang citizens and other local people who pass by always stop to make an offering with incense, fresh flowers and fruits to Lokta Dambang Kranyong that they certainly believe to bring them prosperity, safe journey, good fortune and happiness. Then they take photos together with families and friends before leaving. 6. Battambang Provincial Museum. Battambang Provincial Museum is considered as the second largest museum after the National Museum in Phnom Penh. The Provincial Museum was officially reopened in the early 2019 after a huge renovation, and it houses remarkable pre- and Angkorian artifacts, statues, antique musical instruments, and demon and Buddha heads. The most notable things in this small museum are the tragic evidences left by Khmer Rouge regime that brutally preceded thousands of lives from 1975 to 1979. Today, Battambang Provincial Museum is one of the major tourist attractions, shouldn't be missed out, and it's the best place that provides insightful pre- and Angkorian arts, history, and Khmer civilization. The entrance fee is just $1 per person, and it opens daily from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. except public holidays. And another thing you should be aware of is taking photos is prohibited inside the museum. 7. Ek Phnom Temple. Ekphnom Temple was built in 11th century by Khmer King Suryavarman I, and it's surrounded by moat. The temple features notable architecture in Hindu mythology, the churning of the Sea of Milk, which is also depicted at the Eastern Gallery of Angkor Wat in Siem Reap. Next to Ekphnom Temple is the striking Ek Pagoda, whose age is more than 250 years old, which attracts local people to come and pray for happiness on festival days, and the giant Buddha image in 25 meters height can be clearly seen from Ek Pagoda. Ekphnom Temple situates about 12 kilometers of northern Battambang downtown, and it's one of the major tourist attractions you should include in your travel list. 8. Banan Temple. Banan Temple is located about 25 kilometers south of Battambang, with 40-minute drive passed by beautiful rice fields and pomelo farm, where you have a chance to taste some bites of organic pomelos. This 11th century temple was built atop Banan Mountain, with approximately 100 meters high, and it's accessible on foot through 352 steps. Surrounded by tranquil nature and two mysterious caves at the hillside, tourists can reveal amazing temple architecture along with history while enjoying the breathtaking and panoramic view dotted with Sankar River. Banan Temple is considered as one of the main tourist attractions in the region, but it is not actually a must-see. 9. Mrs. Bunraun's Ancient House. Many tourists never forget to visit Mrs. Bunraun's house, which was built by a Khmer couple during French colonial time. Until now, it is over 100 years old, the oldest traditional wooden house admired by notable Khmer arts and architecture in Wat Khor village of Battambang. During Khmer Rouge genocide, the house was used as the storage, kitchen, and a place of threshing rice. The house truly remains attractive because of its history, crafted design, and the wooden rice grinder, which can describe how unhusked rice and rice are processed at the place. 10. Banan Grape Farm. In short, Banan Grape Farm is a considerable place to catch the highlights of grape farming, harvesting, and understanding the process of red wine is distilled, and it displays some different local brandy and red wine. It's a great opportunity to taste the authentic flavor of brandy and grape wine while wandering around is fresh, take some nice photos of the surrounding and flower gardens. The grape farm is located in Batsala village, Banan district, about 14 kilometers south of Battambang downtown, and it would be a worth visit if you pass by to visit Banan Temple. 11. Rice Wine Battambang. Khmer rice wine is commonly distilled by some of the local people who learn from their old generation and still use traditional distilling. From homemade yeast, a mix of organic ingredients and spices to the final fermentation, Khmer rice wine is a kind of strong local alcohol beverage which can be blended with fresh fruits and spices, such as pineapple, banana, mango, sugarcane, grape, chili, anise, black pepper, galangal, and cinnamon, etc., and it's very popular in Cambodia. There are some households along Prek Down Tiev, about 10 kilometers north of Battambang, where the process of rice wine and the important yeast are produced, and tourists have a chance to witness how it's made, as well as having a few shots, is something unique and memorable. 12. Rice Paper Battambang. In Asian countries such as Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, and Thailand, most of set menus never miss out the delicious fresh spring rolls as an appetizer before the main course is served. Rice paper is actually the main importance of the beginning, which wraps all items into a roll before deepening into fresh handmade fish sauce, mixing with peanut and chili. Rice is soaked in the water for the night. In the morning, the softened rice is drained and ground, then mixed with water and a bit of salt, which enhances the rice paper stay longer than usual when it is really dried up. Over the burning husk is the steam pot covered with white cloth, where the ground rice is poured and shaped in round until it gets enough sticky, then it's taken to lay on bamboo strips exposing under the sun for a few hours until it's completely dry. Along Prektio Tebao, north of Battambang, there are some friendly family households you can closely interact with while witnessing how rice paper is made, as well as tasting fresh spring rolls. 13. Bamboo Sticky Rice. Going beyond Prektio Tebao, you will come across smokes coming out of small thatched huts, which are displaying and selling bamboo sticky rice. It's a fantastic chance to stop by to reveal how it's produced, as well as having some bites before leaving the place. Bamboo sticky rice is a traditional method of making Cambodian snack which is rooted from the ancient time, mixing of black beans, sticky rice, fresh coconut milk, a bit of sugar and salt, then all set is stuffed into green bamboo and covered with a lid of banana leaf or soft coconut skin. Next, it is cooked on the fire for a few hours until the mixing stuffs inside is well done and soft. Once well cooked, the overburnt skin of the whole bamboo will be peeled off and it's then ready to serve. 14.
Wat Samrong Knong Killing Field. Wat Samrong Knong is one of the oldest Buddhist pagodas in Battambang, locates about 4 kilometers from the downtown, and it's one of the historical places that attracts hundreds of visitors to witness the darkness history and its beautiful architecture Khmer classical art pagoda. During Khmer Rouge regime 1975 to 1979, Wat Samrong Knong was brutally converted to a place to imprison, torture and kill thousands of lives, which the remains of victims and evidences have been stored and can be seen at the place until today. Wat Samrong Knong is still active Buddhist pagoda, which often hold national ceremonies and other religious festivals, a sacred pagoda for locals to wish for happiness, prosperity, and good fortune.
15. Prek Tawal Bird Sanctuary. The most important home for 100 species within Tonle Sap Biosphere Reserve, a great lush area houses many endangered water birds including darters, little cormorants, gray herons, greater adjutants, milky and painted storks, black-headed ibis, spot-billed ducks, and other species that yearly migrate from different sites of the Great Lake to gather at Prek Tawal Sanctuary for breeding during the wet season, which gives the best time to observe, learn, and witness how those lovely birds are concentratively being protected. Prek Tawal is truly famed for its special bird reserve. The boat excursion to visit Prek Tawal Bird Sanctuary always admires the highlights of the significant river life of the inhabitants in the floating communities of Battambang. It provides picturesque views of the Great Lake, passing some floating villages animated by fishing activities, learning from your local tour guide how people make a living on the surface of Tonle Sap Lake, while observing rare endangered bird life in Prek Tawal Reserve Area. Whether you stay in Siem Reap or Battambang, it's completely possible to explore Prek Tawal Bird Sanctuary, which a fully guided day trip can be arranged from a travel agency or your hotel.